The $50 million AI barrier just broke. If you aren't a billionaire, big tech has locked you out of the base model race. But while they built a wall, a swarm was building a back door. This is Templar SN03. Centralized AI training demands exorbitant compute. Think 50 million plus for a single frontier model run on AWS or Google Cloud, plus ongoing egress fees that act as a hidden tax on data movement. Innovation is bottlenecked by capital, not ideas. Templar SN03 on Bittensor changes this by distributing training across global GPUs, incentivizing participation with tau rewards. It's not hype. It's a pragmatic solution to decentralized pre-training, validated by experts like Anthropic's Jack Clark as the largest active decentralized network. With tau at approximately $295 USD as of January 14th, 2026, post-halving daily emissions at 3,600 tau, overall tau market cap around $3 billion, and SN03's current emission share at 3.07%, yielding an APY of roughly 67%. Check tau stats for live figures. Templar offers a calculated entry into decentralized AI. Join us as we dissect why SN03 merits consideration in 2026. Buy, stake, chill strategically. Real-life example of the problem. Consider a startup developing AI from medical diagnostics, requiring training on vast proprietary datasets. Centralized providers charge 50 million plus for compute, plus egress fees for data extraction. Effectively a cloud tax that inflates costs by 20 to 50%. Delays from queuing, vendor lock-in, and potential censorship, e.g. API restrictions on sensitive data, stifle deployment, turning viable projects into financial sinks. This centralized model perpetuates inequality in AI advancement. The subnet fix. Templar addresses this by decentralizing pre-training on Bittensor, aggregating global GPUs into a resilient supercomputer. Permissionless entry allows contributors to supply compute for tau rewards, bypassing approval gates. Like Bitcoin's proof of work, but for AI, it mitigates bandwidth and coordination issues, enabling frontier model training without single-point failures or exorbitant fees. What is the subnet? SN03 Templar, developed by Covenant AI, is Bittensor's leading decentralized pre-training subnet. It facilitates internet-scale AI model training, where miners collaborate on LLMs like the 72B parameter Covenant 72B. As a pioneer in distributed AI, it's recognized by Epoch AI and Anthropic's Jack Clark as the world's largest active decentralized training network, delivering 900 petaflop seconds and producing open-source models competitive with centralized alternatives. How it works. Participants register on Bittensor, stake tau, and link GPUs to Templar. The subnet orchestrates via SparseLoCo algorithms, achieving 97 to 99% data compression for bandwidth efficiency. Phases include data allocation, gradient computation, and model synchronization across diverse hardware, from RTX consumer cards to A100 data center units. Validators assess contributions, distributing tau based on throughput, forming a merit-based compute marketplace. Technical deep dive. Templar employs Heterogeneous SparseLoCo for internet-based LLM pre-training, as outlined in ARC-CIV 2601.02360. This handles mixed hardware, e.g. 8x RTX 4090s alongside data center GPUs, by compressing activations and gradients, slashing bandwidth demands. Current operations reach 900 petaflop seconds, scaling to 70B plus parameters, with Covenant 72B in final annealing. Built on Bittensor's framework with fault-tolerant enhancements, it's validated by 2 NeurIPS 2025 papers. Critically, SparseLoCo eliminates the cloud tax by avoiding egress fees Data stays distributed, not funneled through costly central servers. Operating model. Templar functions as a meritocratic system. Stakeholders register keys with tau stakes, miners deliver compute for tasks, and validators verify via loss metrics. Daily rewards follow UMA consensus, proportional to value added. Fully open source, it integrates with subnets like Gradient's, SN06 for post-training. Governance is incentive-driven with no central authority, targeting scalable growth as participation increases. Who benefits? The big three. The ecosystem gains broadly, but key beneficiaries include 1. Independent researchers accessing cost-effective training sans big tech premiums. 2. GPU holders monetizing idle resources via tau yields. 3. The AI crypto sector obtaining robust, uncensorable models to accelerate adoption. Templar levels the field, aiding resource-constrained entities and promoting innovation beyond monopolies. The customer profile. Templar attracts technically proficient crypto participants, AI practitioners, and professional miners with capable GPUs, NVIDIA 30 series minimum. Suited for yield-focused stakers, model developers leveraging open frameworks, and firms seeking vendor-agnostic compute. Profiles range from individual home rigs to academic clusters. Those optimistic on Bittensor with setup expertise. Pricing model. Incentive-driven with no entry fees. Miners bear power hardware expenses but receive tau rewards. Current APY 66.82% per emissions. Staking on SN03 yields proportional to stake and performance, with subnet price around $9 per tau equivalent, and market cap about $35 million USD. Scales with demand. Historical peaks show top earners at 40 to 70K daily on analogs. Data sovereignty. Decentralization secures sovereignty. Data remains node distributed, avoiding central repositories. Contributors retain control. Open datasets evade lock-in. Encryption and peer validation prevent seizures or censorship, embodying Bittensor's user-centric AI principles. Verification. Bittensor validators score via metrics like loss minimization and throughput. SparseLoCo aids syncing with on-chain checkpoint audits. Governance identifies malfeasance, bolstered by NeurIP's validated research, 2 2025 Templar papers. Extra costs, aside from electricity, 10 cents to 30 cents kilowatt-hour regionally, and hardware depreciation, extras are negligible. Script setup requires basic programming, no recurring charges. Bandwidth is optimized by SparseLoCo. Pricing? Reward-oriented, fee-free. Stake tau entry, 5+ for meaningful yields. Earnings from hundreds to tens of thousands monthly by hardware or rank. Decentralization. Fully decentralized over public internet. Sans central hubs. Peer-to-peer global nodes ensure outage resilience. Dropouts are seamlessly covered, unlike fragile cloud setups. Big tech competitions. Rivals encompass centralized entities like OpenAI, GPT, Google, Gemini, Meta, Llama, and DeepIns such as Akash Render. They provide speed, but incur high fees and control vulnerabilities. Templar. Decentralized, open source, reward-based, low-cost, infinite scale, 97% compression, evading egress fees. Big tech. Centralized, proprietary, $1 million plus expenses, including cloud tax, failure-prone, dataset restrictions. Why subnet outplays the competition? Templar excels through permissionless access, infinite scaling sans capex billions. SparseLoCo resolves latency, equating consumer GPUs to data centers while dodging cloud tax via no data egress. Open architecture avoids IP barriers, rewards drive participation, and resilience counters shutdowns. Big tech scales limit at 1000x, but Templar narrows via 72B models, NeurIP's work, and Gradient's integrations. 75% loss cuts. Endorsed by Jack Clark as premier decentralized net. The entry point? Initiate via Tau purchase on platforms like Binance, stake through taustats.io, targeting SN03. Install Templar software from tplr.ai. Integrate GPU, activate. Baseline, 1 to 2 GPUs, reliable connection. Discord resources ease onboarding for experienced users. Stakers, delegate Tau to leading validators via wallet. Miners, hotkey registration, 5+ Tau stake, client launch. TPLR.ai and Bittensor documentation provide access to decentralized AI yields. The 5 Tau yield. Staking 5 Tau, 1,475 investment, initiates yields at 67% APY current. Positions for emission shares as network expands, compounding with activity. Early positioning captures upside, but note, yields include exposure to subnet alpha tokens, potentially outperforming raw Tau if SN03 solidifies as AI base layer. Watch the alpha squeeze, where token scarcity drives premiums.
Is it data center compute? Is it your mom's toaster? Is it your MacBook Pro? It doesn't matter. Because you see, all this data center compute is interesting, but the real devil is in how do you get the long tail? How do you harness the masses? All that lot compute, it is huge. So when Epoch AI says they're not going to grow as much, they do not see. We've just done our first stage, and our next work, SN03, it presents a step function in how much compute we can utilize. Let me give you some spiel to understand it a little bit. So basically, what this is going to allow us to do is give credit where credit is due. Understand decentralized. Oh, Amir, cool. Amir, come see me. Amir, come online, please. Come explain the work you guys have done while I keep them company. Okay, so basically, decentralized trading is like it's the new wave of it. Initially, Max Rabin for a very long time has been trying to push this, but the technology wasn't ready.
The bull case, bull scenario, AI compute market surges to $1 trillion plus by 2030. Templar decentralizes capture, advancing to trillion parameter scales. Post-halving Tau appreciation, emissions to 3,600 day could push SN03 APY over 100%. Collaborations, gradients, NeurIPS validations, Covenant 72B rollout fuel momentum. Rising institutional focus, Grayscale Tau Trust, Masari Epoch AI analyses, Jack Clark's endorsements, positions Templar as regulatory resilient open AI hub, offering 10x staker returns amid big tech scrutiny. SN03 Templar transcends subnet status. It's a cornerstone for decentralized AI, backed by Heterogeneous SparseLoCo, competitive yields 900 petaflop second scale, and Covenant 72B impending release. For calculated portfolios, it's worth evaluation. Engage, contribute to open systems, monitor Tau growth. Hope you learned something new today. Thank you for learning with us. This is not financial advice. Please do your own research. Always invest what you can afford to lose. But remember, the biggest risk in this new AI economy is not taking any risk at all. Our intention is to educate you and bring a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, Bittensor Tau, directly to your screen. The new age slogan is don't wait to buy Tau. Buy Tau and wait. Smash like, share, subscribe, and stake smart. We bring you the real alpha.